What's up, Internet? Welcome back to another episode of the Great Bug Hunt 2019, where we're going to, once again, go to the other town and pray it's not raining. But let's just be honest, it probably is. Oh look, it's a gift from the sky gods. The question is, will this hit a tree? And even if it did, would it be worth it to wait around for it? The thing is, I don't think it is, so we're going to skip that. Because honestly, I think the potential to getting a banded dragonfly is a little bit more useful than whatever's in that random balloon that we'll probably not get because it wouldn't line up with any tree in our town. Unfortunately, regardless of whether or not we find what we're looking for today, there's of course the ever omnipresent problem that is dealing with Rover. Because he just doesn't go away. Unless you have to deal with Blanca, but I don't want to deal with Blanca either because that arguably takes up more time because then I have to think of a face to draw. I don't want to do that right now. Right now, I just want to go out there, try and find what we're looking for, and just, you know, have a good time doing it. Alright, so it's Rover, which may or may not be better, because it is faster than having to actually draw something for Blanca, unless you kind of skip that, but the problem is, again, we have to deal with Rover, who's very, very slow. And he ruins everything because he's Rover. And no one likes him. Ever. With his exclusive shirt. And is constantly waking up with Joan. Because Joan just wants to take a nap. I can respect that. Rover can't. And that's why no one likes Rover. It's one of a million reasons, really. Not that I have to explain the reasons, it's pretty obvious. I mean, it's written all over the fact that he's Rover. Okay, so. To clear out, that means there's a chance we can actually find our bug friend today. Before we can do anything, we need to make some inventory space. So let's go to Nook's. And sell some crap. Choo choo. Even the train's excited that we're on this quest. Mr. Nook, I'm here to possibly browse your wares, but right now, I'm here to sell a crap load of beetles and random crap I need. Give me all that crap. I'll take that. And I will sell some fossils to you later, provided I can remember, but right now, we've got more pressing matters. Such as looking for the Dragonfly of Destiny. I hear a cicada, which means our target is not on this screen. Now the thing is, once again, we can't really run, because if we do, it'll basically react to our speed. So we actually have to, like, slowly just saunter around and hope we run into it. And that's it. Basically just random, aimless walking around slowly and hoping that something spawns. And it spawns flying at us and we're not a complete spaz and actually manage to catch it. And that's the problem with this thing. It's basically just a large series of random events just sort of lining up just so. And you have to be wildly lucky, and the thing is, I'm not lucky. That's a common dragonfly. We don't need that. You can tell because it's blue. We're looking for the yellow one. The one that flies around like a bat out of hell and disappears very quickly. Okay, I think that was Pierce. There's Cookie. But we're still not finding our insectoid friend. I've got about 21 minutes, according to my computer's clock, for us to try and find him at this critical juncture. Granted, we have pretty much 2 months to figure this out, and just get lucky once. which I still think is asking a lot considering this is me we're talking about, but still, we gotta keep trying, because we've almost got a perfect collection. Up to this point. Common Dragonfly. But we gotta find the one that's yellow. That's the Dragonfly we're looking for. Nope. Ah, I got to hit Weber. It's been a good day so far. Haven't found what we're looking for, but I got to smack Weber. Good enough. Thought I saw a Dragonfly, but I guess not. But our Dragonfly friend has to be somewhere. The problem is, even if we try and catch him, the hit detection is not exactly favorable in this game. At least in regards to this. There was that time we pretty much caught him, but he kind of somehow jumped out of our net. Which is less good. Oh, there's a longhorn beetle. Not interested though. Common Dragonfly. That's not it. I think it's a little bit bigger than the other Dragonflies as well. It's obviously very fast. Common. We need an uncommon Dragonfly. Given how hard it is to catch, you'd think they'd spawn it a little bit more frequently, just to balance that out. That's a darner, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I'm not going to go after it. And we could keep randomly sauntering around in hopes to find it. But, like I said, even if we find it, it's basically an exercise in random events lining up properly. I hear a cicada, so it's probably not on this screen. I think Crazy Red's in town today too, so you know, once this whole window for bug catching kind of goes over, we'll check out Red's, I guess. That gives us something to do when things go wrong. And they inevitably will be going wrong, because of course this is hunting the most elusive bug in the game. Where, oh where could you be? I see fish, but I don't need a fish. It's a butterfly. That's the right color for what we're looking for, but it's not the right thing of what we're looking for. Camoufrog got some new duds. Here's cicada, so that won't be what we're looking for. I'm not seeing any insects over here. It's a pretty big fish. Probably a catfish. Or a carp. And I think we have gyroids we can find too, so we got stuff to do. But what's more important is that we, you know, find what we're looking for. I don't think anything ever really, you know, I say that, and then it spawns. And it disappears. Like I said, you kind of have to have a bunch of just random crap line up. It has to be basically flying at you or you're not going to catch it. Oh, there's a red market. That's a darner. Come on, Mr. Bug, where are you? I need to capture you. And then make you the star of a museum exhibit. That's a butterfly. And you can't exactly try and chase it down, because the moment you do, it reacts and moves even faster than you. Because that's the thing, it's just permanently moving faster than you. Best you can do is just sort of slowly wander around and hope for the best. which I don't think is really a great moral for how to develop anything, really. Set heavily to random and then just make you slowly wander around and hope for the best. Because random. And randomness is not something you want to base really too much in game design around. It's just not wise. Common Dragonfly, because it takes away from the element of skill and, you know, knowing what you're doing in favor of something that you have zero control over. And yeah, you could certainly argue that it's trying to be, you know, like realistic for insects, you know. Insects are part of nature. Nature is kind of random as far as the human mind can comprehend it anyway, but, you know, from the perspective of playing a video game, that's not necessarily fun. There's a cockroach, we don't need that though. So far we've run into one, that's a darner. We don't need that. But it was flying in the complete opposite direction, so the odds of us actually catching it were basically zero. There's a drone beetle. See, if it did spawn here and it spawned at a slightly different angle, it would have probably been pretty easy to catch. Just by virtue of the fact that if it flies in a straight line and hits a wall, be it like a natural or like a building or whatever, it tends to just deflect and fly in the opposite direction, provided it doesn't despawn entirely. And in a very small space like the villager huts, it kind of creates basically a kill box for it, where it basically just guarantees that it's gonna, unless it despawns, it's just gonna get caught. That's all there is to it. I think that's a darner. Yeah. We don't need a darner though. Got about 15 more minutes according to my computer clock. Poor cube felt bad. Ah. Okay, that was it, and it was actually flying towards us. It decided to despawn because it hit this tree. Ah, we had that one too. It just decided to keep flying and not hit that tree. That would have flown straight to our net. But, again, there's not really much you can do about that. And you know, that's sort of the core experience of hunting the darner dragonfly. It's either running around trying to chase it down and failing because it moves faster than you, or, you know, watching it despawn, fly off screen, or ultimately just get wildly lucky to catch it. And this is why we have to dedicate the time we have to this thing. And why this is probably going to be our top priority until we catch it, or indeed, as terrifying a prospect as it is, until, you know, they stop spawning at the end of August. But I would very much like to not have to not get one, because that means that we can't get the ultimate bug catching nonsense. Okay, I know I'm not really going out of my way for anything else, but those butterflies are worth a lot. And they're just pretty. We needed it. Oh. Okay, so we've run into, at this point, 3. One of which we should have gotten, honestly. 2 of which they just spawned at weird angles that we couldn't get without chasing it, and that would have ended kind of poorly for us. Still, 3 times in like 10 minutes or so, that's not horrible. Unfortunately, we are running down the clock. That's a common dragonfly. I think what it is with it is it's got an overall bigger model than the standard Dragonflies, but it's got the same hitbox of one. So it feels like it's smaller than it is, but it looks significantly bigger. Ah, it keeps an MVP. That's a common Dragonfly. I always knew he was. He's the best GameCube penguin. And there's an evening cicada, I believe. Walker cicada, that's the one. It's tiger swallowtail. But where, oh where, is our little stripy friend? That isn't a tiger swallowtail, obviously. I mean, if we catch this thing, we're basically in the clear. This is the biggest challenge in terms of insect catching. But we're not there yet, certainly. It's a butterfly. That's a darner. We keep getting really, really close. But unfortunately, we're not close enough. Now I think it can fly over these cliff faces, which is a problem for us. For the obvious reason that, you know, we can't. Butterfly. Nothing here. Where are you, you mysterious, horrible striped monster that we need to catch? Show yourself, I demand it. I think part of the reason why it's also a really hard insect to catch is just by virtue of how low it spawns, and not necessarily just because it gives you few chances, but because when it does spawn, you're like not ready for it, and it sort of like surprises you. Maybe it's just me saying that, but it's like when I see it, it's kind of like it almost startles me a little bit. And it's like, okay, now things get serious. But that could also just be me making excuses. And it flew off, didn't it? Crap. That came straight at me, too. I have no excuse to not catch that one. There's that terrible common butterfly. But we're not here for butterflies, unless they're like the expensive royal blue ones. Even then, not necessarily certain I need to get them. Right now, we need dragonflies. I don't think we really need to go by the beach because the obvious reason we can't really traverse half the acre. Ah! That was an opportunity and I wasted it. We're running into quite a few of them though, which is nice. That's a common dragonfly. That's a darner. Longhorn beetle. Come on, little dragonfly. Just fly into my net. I mean, you literally flew out of it one time. Which I'm still bitter about. Just fly into it once. When I happen to be swinging, that would just be so very nice of you. That's a darner anyway, doesn't matter. You know, we came pretty close to catching it a couple times here, too, which is, if nothing else, I think a sign that we're... There we go! Boom! We are now missing one insect for this month, and it's one that we're going to get on Sunday. Guaranteed. And that's really the only insect that's actually going to give us problems. So, that's all done. We have finally caught the monster. This is the banded dragonfly. It only took about 12 attempts. Which is honestly better than the first time I played Animal Crossing. The first time I played Animal Crossing and caught one, it was like a year before I got one. Alright. So I think our first plan of attack, now that we've taken care of that, is to go out and just spend insane amounts of money to celebrate. No, but let's go see what Nook has for sale and sell whatever nonsense we have in our inventories to make a few bells, and then figure out what we're doing from there. Although certainly we have to go to Red's, and we absolutely have got to go see Blithers and be sure not to sell this beautiful dragonfly because we need it. And for a second, we're just going to admire the fact that now that's in our collection. Kind of wish you could, like, just click on anything and see, like, a slightly bigger version of it. But still, you know, we've got it. And the real scary bit of trying to collect insects is over. And I think that's pretty much everything we can sell. Alright. I'm going to leave those gyroids alone for the time being, but let's take a look and see what we got here. Dinosaur track, that's worth nothing. Ammonite, worth nothing. And we have one fossil that's actually worth something. Okay. So we can sell that and that, but not this. Just gotta make sure. Alright. I kind of wish I could put it in, like, my mail just to make sure I don't accidentally sell it like a complete spaz, but unfortunately, it's a living creature and you can't put it in mail because reasons, but keeping it in your pockets is totally fine. Not really anything cool here. We're gonna go get some flowers here later. But we got that banded dragonfly with about 5 minutes left in our window to hunt dragonflies as well, so we did pretty good, I think. So this we have to dig up. I'll take a Lollipoid. I don't want it, but I'll take it. Because we already have one. Let's see what Red has. Maybe he's got one of the awesome paintings we still need. And now we're basically clear for collecting stuff related to July. And we just have to wait till August for continuing our collection stuff. I'm seeing absolutely nothing here that I want. Okay. Sorry, Red. Maybe stock some awesome stuff. Or paintings that I don't have. There's 3 of them. I'd prefer if they weren't fakes. You still haven't sold me one in this entire year, which I'm kind of surprised about, honestly. Scary painting, we already looked for that and found it. So I think we'll just wander around and see if we can find the other 2 gyroids. And see about doing some odd jobs for some villagers. That seems like a plan. So get rid of these. Because I already cleaned up this entire town. I don't want it to go and become a giant weedy mess again. Oh, there's something we can dig up. A mini rustoid. Why does this game keep giving me rustoids? They're terrible. Cube. Did you see me catch that awesome dragonfly? I know you did. Congratulate me. Also give me something to do. Because I now have this bug. And I don't want to go to my other town. So I want you to give me something to do. Mini gongoid. Well, we got all the gyroids, I guess. Oh well. Still stuff to dig up. This fossil. We're gonna have to buy some paper just to get rid of some of these fossils. I guess I should throw away some to make space for that. Still, you know, we got the big scary part of our collection over with. Fish are completely easy, just a matter of waiting for them to show up. And the bugs are pretty much the same at this point. We've got everything that's kinda rare at this point, which is good. It means we can basically just relax. Take that. Now we just gotta remember not to sell it and to, you know, take it to Blithers. Not seeing anything to dig up around here. So let's go over here and see if there's anything. Check out this entire side of the world. And then we can go do some random quests for people. People like Pierce here. You need something? I bet you do. I will talk to Spike about getting your Game Boy back. Get rid of that. And I think there might be some gyroids we can find in our main town as well, although I'm not sure. That's a pretty big fish. Let's catch it. Just because. Not because we need it. Just because. Probably like a catfish or something. That's a giant catfish. Nice. Alright. We'll just put that there, just so it doesn't auto-default to my letters. That's kind of frustrating. I almost got beaten by a mosquito. That would just be embarrassing. Alright. And we're absolutely sure that everyone's favorite seagull's not around today. He still has like 3 things I need to get from him. If we're trying to like get 100% of all his stuff anyway. Alright, Spike. He is not here, is he? Oh, there he is. Spike, I need a Game Boy. Apparently you have one. That was painless. Great. Now you gotta go find Pierce. Hopefully he's not teleported to the other side of the world without telling me. As animals like to do in this game. Get out of the way, Cookie. Alright, let's get this to our best buddy, Pierce. And then beg him to come back to our town. That would be nice. Here's your Game Boy, buddy. Hey, stationery. That saves us a trip to Nook's to buy it. And gives us some inventory space, which is much needed. Because right now we have 1 slot, and we need at least 5 by the time we leave. As long as we don't send it to other player characters, because it defaults to that for reasons I don't understand. As opposed to the museum, which it normally does. Should be okay. Provided that we don't use up any more inventory spaces, which is entirely possible. I'm probably gonna end up selling all these gyroids before the end of this. I don't really want to either. Quetzal, you really need a better shirt than that. That is gross, but anyway. What's up? You need something? I'll take the camera to Pearl. I mean, she left like a month and a half ago, but yeah, I'll get this back to her. No biggie. Although that does take up an inventory space we needed. Crap. Ciao. Give me something to do. Something in this town, preferably. I'll talk to Pierce about a camera, sure. Let's go. That's relatively close by. And that it's like 1 acre away. Pierce, I need a camera. I've been informed you have it. Of course you lent it to Ace. That just... total Pierce move. Always lending stuff to Ace. Alright. So, gotta go find Ace, who is pretty consistently just hanging out by his house. He, like, never leaves this acre. Which, of course, means this is the one time he decides to leave the acre. Nah, of course not. There he is. Alright, so. I need a camera. This camera, it's going to Chow. Alright, thank you. Oh. Still, worth it because we got the best and hardest to catch bug in the game. Now let's go find Chow. Should be up here. There he is. I'm here to deliver this camera to you. Please take it. And if you wanted to give me some furniture, I wouldn't say no. Sweet. What do we get? We got a tumbleweed. I feel like I should be insulted by that. Goldie! Do you need something? Aw. Well, we can banish Ball to his undersea kingdom. No one likes Ball and his physics. Okay, who else have we not talked to? Not gotten something to do from Ace yet. And for good reason. He's got nothing for us to do. Really anything going down here as we already checked, no Gulliver, but it's going to be just as quick to go this way to get back to talking to Cube. I don't think he has anything for us now, but still. Huh. Alright, I can take some clothes to Pierce, sure. That's an easy enough trip, it's just on the opposite side of the world. But, because we already have the banded Dragonfly, we can run! And also it's after 5, so they won't spawn anyway. Not only are people actually streaming Animal Crossing, people are streaming Animal Crossing every single day. Because I thought that would be a fun thing to do. Well, I don't see you going and getting them, Pierce. So, you know, maybe don't be critical about how fast I am at delivering stuff. It's not my fault you live on the opposite side of the world there, buddy. What did we get from our old pal Pierce? Ah, flip-top desk. We can sell that. Because I have no use for it. So let's see if we can go talk to Velma. She should be around here somewhere. Where? There you are. You have anything for us today? I mean, if you don't, that's fine. I came to try and catch a bug and I succeeded. But if I can do stuff for you, that would be nice too. How about you, Peaches, you creepy pink donkey with stitched up eyes? Such a weird character design. I'll never get used to Peaches. And she's been in this town for over 20 years. She just won't leave. Which kind of adds to her creepiness, I think. And Tangy or Tangy or however you pronounce that. Maybe you have something. Alright, okay, you need us to plant flowers around your house, which I would love to do. But this town's under an ordinance where every flower seed that it has goes to my town to make an awesome super garden, so I can't do that for you. Sorry. No one's in this acre because they're all wandering around elsewhere, because of course they are. There's someone stomping around. Huh. Maybe Spike's got something else for us to do. I think Camo Frog was up by the player housing, but I couldn't find him. Nothing. Just need to dig that hole. I like that Ace is rocking that rainbow shirt I made so long ago. Nothing there. There's Goldie, but she doesn't have anything for us. I think we've kind of done everything for everyone around here. Goodbye, Cicada. Didn't really need you. Oh, Quetzalbean, Ninja Bird. You have anything else for us? Ah, Camera to Pearl, right. And that requires me to go to the next town. So, that's kind of on hold, at least until I would go home. Looks kind of like we've done everything unless we run into Camo Frog or Cookie. I think Camo Frog was down here. There he is. Do you happen to have anything for us to do, buddy? Kind of helped everyone else. Nope. Alright. That's fine. I completed my mission here. It took way too long, but we did it. So now it's just a matter of making a little bit of inventory space and ultimately going in and working on our other town project. Alright, Mr. Nook, I want to sell this, and this. Make $3,000, sure. Okay. Let's get ourselves some flower seeds. Take some yellow pansies. And I'll take tulips. And some cosmos. And some more pansies. And 4 lips. Because as we all know, 4 lips are better than 2. Alright, so I think we've done everything here. I think it's time to go home. Just gotta make sure. Okay, I've definitely not sold that. Good. That's important. It's important to double check this sort of thing. I'd feel really stupid had I did that. I'd end up in a situation just like my first time where it's like, oh, I've completed the dinosaur wing, except I'm missing 1 fossil. And yet, my fossil collection's complete. Which one did I miss? Oh, crap. Except it'd be worse because bugs, and also because this specific bug, because the banded dragonfly is the worst thing ever. But we caught it, and that's the important thing. Alright. Let's go home, and unfortunately now we have to deal with the gatekeeper. The cat no one likes. Good old Rover. The guy on my memory card. Who only says 2 things ever. And walks very, very slowly. I mean, he's the perfect embodiment of a cat. He wanders around real slow. And then once he realizes you're here, he looks at you as if you've done something wrong. Not that you're just waiting on him or anything. No. Why are you looking at me? You're clearly doing something wrong. I'm gonna walk even slower. Totally like an actual cat. Stupid Rover. Okay, so once we get home, our top priority is to get to the museum. Just because I don't want to somehow, like through some arcane nonsense, slip up and accidentally release the insect in my inventory. That would be the stupidest thing. So to prevent this, we're going to go straight there. Alright, so we're home in the town. Time to get to work. Our turnips are sitting there, ever faithfully rotting. Wow, we found an R-wing. Cool. I guess we'll go look for that while we're out there. But more importantly, Pearl seems to still be in the town. That's good. Alright. Let's get to Blithers. I scared off some kind of insect. There's a beetle we could hunt, but right now, gotta get rid of this bug. Alright, Blithers. Here you go. You can have the worst insect ever. I like his completely mundane response to that, not, "Holy crap, you caught that thing? Are you some sort of bug-catching god?" Yeah, he does, because they're hard to catch, because they're the worst thing ever. Because we have a moment, I'm going to go look at it in its new natural habitat, because I've earned this. And I think it's asleep right now. I don't see it flying across the screen, angrily trying to escape, because that's what it does. Oh well. Oh, there it is, on top of that rock. Alright, cool. So as it stands, we are missing like 10 bugs, 2 fish, and 3 paintings. How's the town looking? Wishing well? Ah, everything is still perfect. Tremendous. Let's check and see if our pal... Oh, excuse me. Gulliver has shown up. I feel he hasn't, and I believe I'm in the right to feel that way. Geometry. You're not helping me. Take that mountain beetle. We should probably get rid of these flowers and test out these gyroids, figure out what we want to keep, what we want to throw away. I'll probably just dump them in front of my house. Don't litter, it's a bad idea, but still. I think we kind of have to in this situation. Alright, so. Plant this here. And we'll plant this here. This can go here. And this can go here. And we gotta swing by Pearl's house to get rid of this camera. We got lots to do. Alright. Oh, hey, Glowy Spot. I knew we'd find our old pal Glowy Spot. Also, I think I hear thunder. Or the neighbors are just being really loud. One of those things. Hey, 10,000 bells. Today is really my lucky day. Plus, someone buried an R-Wing. That awesome piece of treasure we lost. Because Tom Nook is a jerk. I think today is really just a good day. Alright, let's check out these gyros. What do we have here? Make a tympanoid. Yeah, we gotta get rid of that. So that'll be the pile of getting rid of gyroids, I think. Let's start with this. Yeah, I don't like that. What do we have here with the mini restoid? Yeah, the restoids don't really do anything for me. Lullaboid. We already have Lullaboids. Another mini restoid? Do we seriously have 2 of those? Mini Gongoid. Mini restoid. Yep. Yeah, that doesn't do anything for me. I don't like the Limontoids all that much. Yeah, I think all these gyroids are kind of a wash. So So we'll just drop them all outside our house. Again, don't litter, it's a bad idea. Keep your town perfect, don't litter. So we should probably not put it behind that sign or I'll never see it again. And I'll feel bad knowing that there was something behind that sign all the time. Yeah, there's nothing back there. Okay. Now we got time to go look for beetles or something. I gotta fix that hole in the flowers. Take this fossil. Won't be able to do anything with it today because we have no way of getting more paper really. Unless Pearl gives it to us. Which, not outside the realm of possibility, I suppose, but I don't think it's exactly specifically what's going to happen. And Pearl's just not in her house today. She's not sitting in the dark like she sometimes does for reasons. But at least she's still here and hasn't left. That would be just an unbearable sadness upon one's heart. Is anything going on, Copper? Probably nothing good, but maybe something's going on. Sahara. I don't really need to deal with Sahara ever, really. Booker hasn't done his job. Not that anyone's surprised by that. Alright, so we gotta find Pearl. That is the key goal at the moment. Also, Arwing. That's a rare piece of furniture you can only get from Red, Nook, or through random finding it in holes. So, you know, the fact that Nook denied me twice to match Stephen Arwing. Well, now we have one. Although, someone could just as easily tell our character, hey, just go buy one of those crappy starter sets from that terrible Starlink, and there you go, free Arwing. Man, I played that game. That was sad. Had tons of potential, but just didn't live up to any of it. I didn't forget about you, Pearl. You're my second favorite villager. And I had this ad to get to you. I will take furniture, sure. What did we get for that? A space station. Wow, that has got to be worth something. I mean, probably not, but we can dream. Alright, well, we've kind of done everything at this point. People are already asleep, so I guess what we'll do next, I'm thinking, is we'll just start catching beetles just to make a lot of profit tomorrow. That is the new plan, I think. Just go all beetle mania. That sounds like a plan. We already have a volunteer. Awesome. Stag beetles, because they're awesome. Alright. Here's someone wandering around. Oh, Spike. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Whoop. Let's not destroy my flowers. Oh, there's a bug. It's a dynastid beetle. Oh, right. While I'm here, I'm gonna make a bunch of noise for just a second. Take my pen out. And cross out banded dragonfly off our list. That was satisfying. That insect is a pain in the ass to catch. But we got it. Alright, so just on a quest for bugs at this point. Because bugs make the big bucks. Because I guess Animal Crossing operates in the sense that, you know, Japan does, where beetles are just worth a lot of money because they're good pets. That's why stag beetles are so awesome in this game. Alright. Where are some more armor-plated pals? Because beetles are awesome for profits in this game. Like, it's ridiculous. Except for drone beetles. No one cares about them. We want awesome beetles. Like this one. How many space do we have? 7. Looks like. Okay. Get rid of that to maintain our town being perfect, minus the garbage dump in front of my house. Again, don't litter. Keep your town perfect. Good life lessons brought to you by Animal Crossing. But where, oh where, we're gonna find another beetle. Like this one. Probably right there. Got ourselves a saw stag. Nice. There's Dynasted. They tend to not sell for as much as the stags, from what I can tell. Still, they're worth a few bells. I'm not going to bother going up the hill because I don't want to destroy our flowers again. I'd feel bad. Now we just got to find more of their big armor-plated profit machines. Because why not? That looks like a goldfish. Or a tin can. They tend to have the same profile when catching their silhouettes. There's a giant beetle. That one's actually worth quite a lot. And since it's after 11, we can actually catch them. Still have room for 5 more. Alright. There's a cockroach. That's not worth anything. I think you have to pay Nook to take that away from you. Like trying to get rid of a tin can or something. You just have to actually like pay Nook to get rid of it. Because we can't have our own garbage cans. We just have the town dump. And if we fill that, well then we're out of space. And all you can do is pay someone to deal with it for you. Drone beetle, no one cares. Drone beetle, again, one of the few beetles that isn't worth anything. Oh, there is a mountain beetle, I believe. Alright. Got room for 4 more. I would not say no to another giant stag beetle. Mainly because they sell for the most. And we're running around at a time when they should show up. So by those reasons, we should be running into them, but they're of course rare. But unlike the banded dragonfly, aren't stupid to catch. They catch about as well as any other beetle, really. Which is great for us. No beetle. Not seeing any more beetles, but I want to fill my inventory. That'll get us closer to the multi-million prize, which I think is the piggy bank next. But beetles just don't want to show up right now. And unfortunately, they being random acts of nature, are entirely allowed to do that, except I just caught a dynastic beetle. Cool. That should be 3 more? Yeah, 3 more. Come on, more giant beetles. looks like a killifish in the pond. Not worth very much, but you know, it's a nice part of our village ecosystem. Hey, there's something we can dig up. What is that? It's a nameless fossil. I guess that's going to take up a piece of our inventory. As much as I'm sure we all wish it didn't, because I could fill that with more beetles. Oh well. Cleans up the town a little bit, I guess. Where, oh where, are we going to find more armor-plated pals who will happily become profit for us? There's one. Awesome. One more. And because we only need one more, I think it's pretty safe that we can just start heading towards the post office to mail our fossils out for the night. Still should take care not to run near trees, for the obvious reason of you don't want to scare our bug friends away, especially because we're trying to catch them. Alright, well, we haven't run into any, but we of course can go talk to our old pal Phyllis. We're so close to a bank deposit, but unfortunately we have not hit the 50,000 bell threshold I set for myself. And I hit the wrong button. We want to go to mail some letters. And indeed, letters will be mailed. Or specifically. And there's some more. And here's some more. Go team. Good work, Phyllis. Alright, we still gotta find one more beetle, though, before I want to call it. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Because beetles, they tend to grow on trees, which is good for us. That's it, we still have to actually, you know, find them. Come on, beetles. I mean, I'd prefer a giant beetle, but I'll take anything. There's one. There we go. Saw stag beetle. I will take that. I think we'll just slowly not destroy our garden and make our way towards home and call it a day. So I think that will be it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, follow the stream to know when we go live, because we do this every single night, as well as weekly Pokemon stuff and other stuff when I have the time. Last night I played all the way through Gomon on the Game Boy Color. Great game. You might also want to check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see over 1,000 videos waiting just for you, because that's how amazing-tacular you are. You deserve that much content waiting right there for you. And not just Animal Crossing, but pretty much any sort of type of game you can think of. I got something there for you. I play a lot of weird and random stuff. And if you really want to make my day, check out the show's PayPal or Patreon. Support the show any way you can so that I can continue to do what I do to the best of my abilities, which, in this case, is not only catching beetles, but the hardest bug to catch in this game. Screw you, Banded Dragonfly. I caught you. And we are still well on track to having a perfect collection by the end of the year. Or much more accurately, by like September, because that's when stuff kind of stops showing up. And you get yourself on the Discord where we can talk about awesome things like catching said Banded Dragonfly, because that is an awesome, awesome accomplishment in this game. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Peace out, Internet.